Hi, my speech is about Sigmund Freud. Sigmund Freud was an Austrian neurologist who settled the basis of psychoanalysis. He was born in 6th of May of 1856 in Moravia, Czech Republic. Their parents may have been afraid of the war because they decided to move to Vienna. Sigmund thought he would become a doctor his whole life when he received his medical degree in 1881, but after graduation he promptly set up a private practice and began treating various psychological disorders. He was married and he conceived 6 children. Wow, they might not have watched TV at that time. Sigmund thought he would become a doctor his whole life when he received his medical degree in 1881, but after graduation he promptly set up a private practice and began treating various psychological disorders. He was married and he conceived 6 children. Wow, they might not have watched TV at that time. He should develop the psychoanalysis because he will show that the things that we understand of mind are not clear and it didn't have a lot of information about that. That's why he wanted to expand this with his own perception of mind. First, he developed his theory inspired by Freud. Freud posited that neurons that their origins in deeply traumatic experiences that had occurred in the patient past. He believed that the original occurred had been forgotten and the consciousness. So Freud and Bauer published their theory and cited in Stories of Hysteria in 1895. Other psychologists say that the theory would be wrong because they thought that most of the women patients just invented this story to explain their problems. This situation became other successful theory of Freud and made him most famous. It was the interpretation of the dreams. He thought that the women may have used their imagination because it had a meaning of the problem of the patient. So, he thought that the dreams could have a meaning too because it's part of the subconsciousness that express something that you may have felt. Freud didn't stop here. He followed in 91 with the theory of psychopathology of everyday life, and in 95 with 3 essays of the theory of sexuality. After a life of constant inquiry, he committed suicide after requiring a lethal dose of morphine from his doctor while exiled in England in 1939, following a battle with oral cancer. Sigmund Freud was definitely the most influential character of psychology. Most of the famous psychologists create their theories based or refuse the ideas of him. Even despite the criticisms, he was brilliant, and his theory is still are an influence nowadays.